horrors lie hidden in the shadows of our world? What secrets are best left buried in the depths of the earth? Today, we dive into the eerie realm of the unknown. Get ready to encounter tales so spine-chilling they'll leave you questioning the boundaries of reality. Are you brave enough to join me on this journey into the abyss? And now, without further ado, let's delve into the chilling narrative that goes by the name of the Curse of the Witchdoctor's Ritual. They say that in the remote village of Mwiba, there exists a ritual so powerful that merely speaking of it invites death. I am about to tell you this forbidden tale. Some who have heard it never sleep soundly again. Others have vanished without a trace. You've been warned. What I'm about to reveal was never meant for outsiders. This is your last chance to turn away. The locals call it the cursed Ritual of Kubadilisha Roho, the exchange of souls. And I have seen it with my own eye. The village of Mwiba sits at the edge of an ancient forest, surrounded by mist-covered mountains. I arrived there 3 months ago, a researcher documenting traditional healing practices across Africa. Little did I know that my curiosity would lead me into darkness. My guide, Adabon, was reluctant to take me there. This village has secrets, he warned. Secrets that should remain buried. But I insisted. We reached Mwiba at dusk. The village was unlike any I had seen before. Strangely quiet, with huts arranged in a perfect circle around a massive baobab tree. The villagers watched us silently as we approached. Their eyes reflected neither welcome nor hostility, just caution. The village elder, MZ Bakari, greeted us with measured words. "You come seeking knowledge," he said. "But are you sure you want to find it? Some things are better left unknown." His words sent a chill down my spine, but my resolve was firm. I thanked him for his warning and stated my intention to learn about their unique healing method. After a brief pause, he nodded curtly. "Very well. You may stay, but heed my words. There are things we do here that would bring madness to other ears. If you hear what you are not meant to, your eyes will see what they cannot unsee." With that ominous prophecy, the elder turned and walked away, disappearing into the gloom of his hut. I couldn't help but shiver. There was an undeniable weight to the village, a palpable tension that seemed to emanate from the very core of the baobab tree. Nevertheless, I pressed on, determined to uncover the secrets of Mwibo's healing practices. The elder had assigned us a hut at the edge of the village, far from the center of activity. But even here, I couldn't escape the feeling that we were being watched. For the first few nights, I barely slept, haunted by nightmares of shadowy figures with glowing red eyes. Yet the unsettling dreams were only a prelude to what was to come. On the third night, I was awoken by strange rhythmic chanting coming from deep within the forest. When I asked Adabon about it the next morning, he pretended not to hear. "Let us leave," I told him urgently. "I don't feel safe here." But Adabon shook his head adamantly. "No, we stepped. You agreed to learn our customs in exchange for our protection. To leave now would dishonor our agreement." I argued further, but my pleas fell on deaf ears. Adabon insisted that I must stay in Mwiba for the duration of my research. Frustrated and frightened, I reluctantly agreed. 3 days passed. The villagers avoided my questions about their healing practices, offering only vague answers. But I noticed something peculiar. No one ever fell ill in Mwiba. Not a single cough or fever. Children played vigorously. Elders moved with unusual strength. How is this possible in a remote village with no modern medicine? And then there was the locked hut, standing alone beyond the circle of dwellings, its door reinforced with iron bands and strange symbols carved into its wooden walls. No one went near it. On my 5th night, I was awakened by a sharp tapping at my window. Outside stood a small boy, no older than 10. "The Mganga wants to see you," he whispered. "Follow me now. Tell no one." I knew that Mganga meant Despite Adebon's warnings never to venture out at night, my curiosity overwhelmed my caution. The boy led me through the sleeping village, past the circle of huts, toward the forbidden structure I had noticed earlier. As we approached, I felt the air grow colder. The locked hut I had seen before was now open, a faint red glow emanating from within. Inside sat the most terrifying figure I had ever seen. The Witchdoctor Mganga Zuberi was ancient beyond imagining. His skin was marked with elaborate scarification patterns that seemed to shift in the dim light. His eyes, completely white, without pupils, stared through me rather than at me. "I have been expecting you, Makungwi researcher," he said, his voice like stones grinding together. "You seek knowledge of our healing, but are you prepared for the truth?" Before I could answer, he suddenly grabbed my wrist. His touch was ice cold, and where his fingers met my skin, my veins turned black, visible beneath my flesh. I tried to pull away, but found myself paralyzed. "Tonight is Kubadilisha Roho," he whispered. "The night when the boundary between worlds thins. You will witness what you seek. But remember, knowledge demands payment." He released me, and sensation returned to my limbs. On my wrist remained 5 perfect black marks where his fingers had been. "Return to your hut," he commanded. "When the moon reaches its peak, come to the great bay. Come alone, or the mark will consume me." I fled back to my hut, heart pounding. The black marks on my wrist had begun to spread slowly up my arm, like ink in water. Audubon was nowhere to be found. I considered fleeing the village immediately, but something told me the Mganga's threat was real. The darkness in my veins would follow me. As midnight approached, I made my way to the great baobab tree. The village was eerily silent, not a single villager in sight. The massive tree loomed above me, its ancient branches reaching toward the full moon like gnarled fingers. At the base of the tree was a previously hidden entrance, steps leading down into darkness beneath the baobab's roots. Taking a deep breath, I descended. The underground chamber was vast, lit by torches that burned with a natural blue flame. Around the central pit stood the entire village, their faces painted with white clay, their expressions blank. Mganga Zuberi stood at the center, now adorned with a headdress made from animal skulls and beads that clicked together as he moved. "You wonder why our people never fall ill," he said, addressing me directly, though I stood hidden in shadow. "Why, death seems to pass over our village." He gestured to the pit. Inside was a writhing mass of something. In the dim lights, I couldn't make out what it was. "Centuries ago," the Witchdoctor continued, "our ancestors discovered the secret. Life cannot be created or destroyed. Only transferred. Sickness cannot be eliminated. He clapped his hands, and 2 villagers brought forward a struggling figure. Audubon, my guide's eyes were wide with terror, his mouth gagged. "Your friend tried to warn you," Zuberi said. "He knows our way. His grandfather was from this village before he fled. Tonight he returns to us, ... Permanent." The villagers began to chant in a language I didn't recognize. The sound seemed to vibrate in my bones. The black marks on my arm pulsed with each beat of the drum. Mganga Zuberi raised a knife carved from bone. Once each cycle of the moon, the exchange must occur. One life to sustain many, one soul to absorb the sickness of all.